this is Josiah Plays Deus Ex Mankind Divided System Rift DLC. Alright, we're having a conversation with this guy right out in front of the Palisade Blade who tells us that his... What did he say? His wife? Or his sister? I think it was his wife. Was the engineer that was killed inside? Wife, yeah. Why was there no investigation? What was the job?
Why would Simona be inside the computer rooms? What was her job?
She was a senior engineer. She worked on the defensive systems.
So the traps that killed her, she would have known all about them.
Yes, exactly. She was working directly with Oshiro, helping him design security programs. He always gets credit for the lava wall, but much of it was her work too. So many years they worked together. Why would she steal? It makes no sense.
Yeah. There's obviously some kind of cover-up here.
I'm sorry you lost your wife, Mr. Saradakis. But you said there was no investigation after she died. Why not?
Privacy laws make it illegal for the police to go inside the computer rooms. That's where those billionaires said she was killed. So all the police could do was examine Simona's workstation and emails, look at Intellicam footage, and perform an autopsy.
Not a lot to go on. What did the footage show?
Nothing! They showed Simona walking down some corridors and entering a computer room. But it did not show what happened inside. They said the security systems only kill someone if they walk in forbidden zones.
I assume when you say the billionaires, you mean the Palisades founders. Why do you hold them responsible?
On the day she died, Simona said she found something strange that involved her boss, Masaki Yoshiro. She wanted to tell me more, but I was upset. We'd had a fight, and I wasn't ready to listen. I told her to tell me after work, but she never came home.
Did you tell the investigators what she said?
I did! They ignored me! They said it's not related to the investigation! They said my wife was a thief! She was not a thief!
I believe him. So she found out some kind of secret about her boss and basically got killed for it, is what I'm getting.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mr. Saradakis, but unfortunately, I have to get going.
I understand. Most people just ignore me. But you listened. I hope I changed your mind about the Palisade. It's not a wonder of the world. It is a symbol of how the rich and powerful get away with everything, including murder.
So he didn't
Calm
give
down,
me an actual
Nico.
mission.
One day people will know the truth about Simona. Yes, you are back. Do you want to know more about my wife? How those billionaires killed her inside the bank's computer rooms?
Not at the moment.
Unfortunately, I must be going. I'm sorry.
I understand. If you have a moment, please say a little prayer for my Simona.
Because you got to pray just to make it today.
Calm down, Nico.
Dřív tady pár augů mělo
Moje
vlastní
nejlepší
podnik.
kámoška má podobné ruce, ale ty tvoje vypadají jinak. I do not want to pick a side.
Then you are siding with whoever wins.
Yes, no, I do not care. I see the points of both sides.
You cannot just sit on the fence and wait to see how things play out. You must have an opinion one way or the other.
Why is it that every conversation becomes political with you? I am neutral. Accept it.
Now is not a time to be neutral. Rucker and Ark bombed the train station. Many neutral people were killed there.
All kinds of people were killed. And if you and I took the train when we were supposed to, we might have joined them. Can we please stop talking about this?
Some people just don't want to deal with it. No, he didn't actually give me a side quest.
I trust Dr. Rucker. He is a doctor. If Ark did the bombing, they would have taken credit for it.
Rucker is a liar. Panzers like you are forced to live in slums, while Rucker lives like a king. Hypocrite.
I don't think he really lived like a king, exactly.
Get out of my face, Flank. I lost 15 friends in the Aug incident.
The Restoration Act is a waste of time.
Żadnej problem.
It will be a non-issue for the next
I
generation.
am not getting into an Aug debate with an Aug.
Alright, so I need to go back into the apartment building.
You are currently violating Civilian Conduct Code 512, sir. Please
I know.
desist.
My job is killing me. They have me on call all week, including the weekend. I'm not spending my free time in bars. There's just all this mandatory overtime, and I'm always the one on call. You know that.
Uh-huh. Sure, buddy.
Seriously? You want to end the conversation like that? Fine. Yeah, I love you too.
Can you imagine
course
if
I
somebody's
will. See you
talking on
then.
the phone and you just stood here in front of him watching him?
I don't have time for anything, sorry.
Like a total stranger just stood there and right in front of you watching you talk on the phone. You'd be like, what the fuck, dude? Who are you? Why are you watching me? He's always the one on a phone call, yeah. Alright, so here we come back to Shadow Child's apartment. Now we actually have a reason to be here.
Pritchard, I thought you told your friend I was coming.
I did.
Well, I'm in her apartment, but nobody seems to be home.
That doesn't make any sense. I can see she's online right now. She has to be there somewhere. Keep looking.
She's in the hidden room. Pritchard says that Shadow Child is in her apartment and currently online, but no one seems to be home. Hackers in general are a cautious breed, so I'm betting there's more to her apartment than meets the eye. It's a transformer! More than meets the eye. Robots in disguise. Alright, so... she's probably hiding in her secret hidey hacker rigger. Rigger? No, I'm just making shit up now. Her little secret hidden Ripper. That's the word I was looking for. Secret hidden Ripper layer over here. She's probably not going to be happy if I just waltz right in here, you know, into her secret lair. I would imagine she's not going to be thrilled. She probably already knows who I am, though. Surely she already knows who I am. Yeah, there she is. She's playing Breach right now. She's breaching. Oh, fuck.
I wouldn't move right now if I were you. Mr. Jensen.
Shadow Child?
Lucky for you, Nuclear Snake told me you were coming. Though clearly you're much more skilled than he led me to believe.
Fucking Nuclear Snake.
Clearly he left out a few details about you, too.
So,
Interesting hair.
you need my help reprogramming something? Something that is supposed to be both time-sensitive and very exciting? Are you joking me?
I take it you know what this does.
You're making a run for the blade? Nuclear Snake must be working for someone with really deep pockets.
It's been flagged as missing. Can you reprogram the security codes?
Can I reprogram it? There are only 10 hackers in the world who can. And I'm 2 of them.
2 of them.
This is going to take a few minutes. You can wait outside.
Face to face with Shadow Child.
Here you go. One healthy passport. You do realize this little thing is impossible to get a hold of outside of the Blades. I would love to know how you did it.
Yeah, she came in, walked past all the open doors and ransacked stuff and went online. She's all casual about it, like, whatever.
Our mutual friend paid someone who works there to steal it.
Really? Who? Was it Amer? Santella? Slow. It was Slow, wasn't it? That racist little alcoholic said he would do it for a big price. We can use this against him, you know.
We?
Come on. You and Nuclear Snake are making a run for the Blades. The most secure corporate archiving facilities in the world. Rippers like me have been trying to break through their lava walls for years, just to get a peek of what's on those servers. You got to let me help.
You seem pretty eager. And judging by those camera feeds I saw on your monitors, a bit fixated on the Blades. Why?
Because information is power, Mr. Jensen. Governments, megacorporations, and the ultra-rich know this better than anyone. Before the Blades were built, people could force them to be transparent. Get a court order, file injunctions, and when all else failed, hire rippers like me to hack a server and release their secrets anonymously on the internet.
Ripper? That's what we're calling hackers these days?
A very skilled, very specialized kind of hacker. Regardless, fear of getting found out kept many a would-be powermonger in check. Not anymore. Now, any company, politician, trillionaire or zillionaire with a vault in the Blade sleeps comfortably, knowing Masaki Oshiro is protecting them.
Her hair is a little bit weird. I don't know what's going on with it, but it seems cyberpunky, so we're gonna let it pass. So, this obviously takes place sometime in the middle of the main game, not after it as I originally thought, but it obviously takes place before the breach happens. So I'm wondering now if the events of this DLC are what caused the breach. Maybe we're gonna cause the breach. A little bit Lady Gaga-ish, yeah. Right? We might be the ones that create the breach in the first place, that then all the Rippers can use to get in there and be sad. Tell me about Rippers.
Tell me more about these specialized hackers of yours. What makes them different?
You've heard of the Neural Subnet, NSN machines?
I've had some experience with them.
Rippers use a black market version to enter a 3D representation of a server's subnet cloud. We look for digital data there, download it, and leave before the server's defenses stop you.
Kind of like a smash and grab robbery.
No, Mr. Jensen. That's what thugs do. This is data extraction. Real Rippers do it to expose the truth and keep the powers that be from exploiting the masses.
While making a little money on the side.
One must earn a living. It doesn't mean my heart isn't in the right place.
Masaki Oshiro. This isn't the first time I've heard that name tonight.
I've already broken into his office.
Of course it isn't. He's the Palisade Bank's CTO. He and his wife, Ashani Talwar, own the corporation. She runs it, and he designs and oversees all of its defenses, the bastard.
Apparently you don't like him very much.
I hate him.
Because he's good at what he does?
Because he's an arrogant little shit who's made himself look like a hero to the corporate world, while secretly hiring assassins to take out Rippers like me.
Solar-powered assassin robots?
Because of that man.
Assassins? That sounds pretty serious. I'm thinking now that this takes place after Adam comes back from Golem City, but before he goes to, Garm. No, not only before he goes to Garm, before he does the bank job. Before he gets the choice of the mission between the bank and the Cult of the Machine God. Before that, but after coming back from Golem City is about when this seems to be placed within the context of the main game. Once again, some shit that should have just been included in the main storyline. It would have made things seem longer, again, if they'd included this. But whatever.
So you're a hacker with a cause. Got it.
I'm more than that. I saw the malware you hid on that passport.
What malware? I didn't hide anything.
The nuclear snake paid Slaw to do it for him. Either way, it's a fine piece of code. But it will only work if you actually get inside the server chamber and plug into it. I've studied the Blade. I know a lot about its defenses. I can help.
I don't doubt you can help, but just what did you have in mind?
For starters, I know someone who works in the Blade's lobby. Palisade doesn't know it, but they have a Ripper named Baba Yaga 50 working the night shift.
And you think he'd be willing to risk his job and jail time for something like this?
Our cause is bigger than that, Mr. Jensen. You're trying to screw over the company that all Rippers hate. Getting you in there is a chance he'll take, but after that, you'd be on your own. Palisade has a strict no-ogs policy.
Of course they do. How about this malware? What's it do? What is Pritchard really trying to accomplish?
I want to know more about this malware you found. What's it do?
Creates a temporary backdoor through the Blade's lava wall. Far as I can tell, it will embed itself on a server as soon as you plug the passport in. Rippers have been trying to punch their way through that lava wall for years. But all this time, we've been looking for weaknesses from outside the system. Nuclear Snake's trying a different approach.
You sure he wrote it?
Like I said, it's a fine piece of code. I recognize his signature. But ask him yourself if you want to be sure.
So this is what's going to create the breach. So Pritchard is the one that created the thing for the breach, but then Jensen's the one that's going to actually have to infiltrate the facility to put it into a server so that the Rippers can then breach in and the whole breach mode of gameplay can then exist. Great. I'm about to create breach mode, yo. So Adam's going to be a little bit sassy here.
I'll keep that in mind, should I decide to go any further with this. Right now, it's best you assume that I won't.
My lips are sealed. I know how dangerous this is, and I don't want to end up another one of Oshiro's tragic accidents.
Meaning?
Just do a little digging. You'll find out. Simona Saridakis, all the Rippers who died. The Palisade Bank will stop at nothing to protect its secrets. And until someone gets inside and uncovers the truth, they'll continue to get away with it.
I need to get going. Our mutual friend will be checking in any minute now.
Say hi to Nooks for me. And, in case you do go in, maybe you could put this on Leona Rosolova's desk. She's the head of engineering inside the Blade. Her office is on the 3rd floor.
A figurine. Why?
It's personal. She's someone I used to know, but don't anymore. That figurine means something to both of us. Giving it back means something else. Can you do it?
Yeah, I can do it.
I'll take it, but I can't make any promises, since technically I'm not going in.
Uh-huh. And now you should be on your way. I reprogrammed the passport in half the time it would have taken our mutual friend to do it, but even so, he's not a patient guy. Be careful in there, Mr. Jensen. Some of those server chambers are equipped with next-gen heat sensors. They'll detect body heat even if your cloaking hog is active.
What is this shit?
Who says I have a cloaking hog?
Who said you're going in? Call me if you get into trouble.
They'll detect you even
Pritchard.
with cloaking? So now the passcode is all fancy looking colors and stuff. Level 09 passport. A passport for the Palisade Blade facility that has been reprogrammed by a hacker known as Shadow Child. It is capable of accessing areas of the blade that are designated level 09 and lower. Okay. Infiltrate the Palisade Blade. Well, we'll read this stuff in a second after we talk to Pritchard.
I found Shadow Child. She reprogrammed the passport.
And?
And I guess I'm doing this.
It won't be easy, you know. It's a big facility with tons of server chambers. If you're thinking about exploring every one of them, looking for clues...
You want my help or not? I'll reconnect when I'm inside the blade. Jensen out.
So apparently Jensen has decided to do it. Shadow Child's figurine. Who the fuck is this? Looks like somebody from Assassin's Creed or something. A figurine that Shadow Child asked to be placed on Leona Rosalova's desk within the Palisade Blade. Asked Shadow Child for some praxis kits. I know, right? Alright, I need to infiltrate the Palisade Blade. Pritchard and Shadow Child both made strong cases for getting into the Palisade Blade and managed to convince me. The Palisade Bank Corporation and its blades specialize in protecting secrets, and it seems they have a lot of them to hide. Now that I have a working passport, I can get past the blade's lobby defenses. Optional. Plant the figurine for Shadow Child. Shadow Child gave me a figurine she wants me to place on the desk of the Palisade Blade's head of engineering, Leona Rosalova. It's a personal matter between them, and if I can find a way to do it that doesn't compromise my mission, I should try. Her office is on the 3rd floor. Optional. Get the desk clerk to help you into the Blade. Shadow Child mentioned that the Palisade Blade has a Ripper on their payroll who happens to work in the lobby during the night shift. As long as I don't scare him off or give him a reason to doubt me, I'm told he can get me inside. So that's yet another way to get inside. Secondary. Investigate the Saradakis death in the Blade. 0 of 4. Oh, so now I do have a secondary mission from talking to that guy. It just didn't pop up until now. I came across a man outside of the Blade's lobby who was desperate to prove his wife's death was orchestrated by the Palisades founders. From what he told me, the bank had used its money and power to cover up the truth and accused her of stealing from the company. Unless I can find something that he can use against them, Mr. Saradakis will continue to be nothing more than a lone man battling a corporate army. Alright. Take one more look at her computer. Oh, now I can't get in there. Now I can't get in there. She's locked it up. Alright, fine. So here we go.
It is not like those people pass their augments onto their offspring. In the next generation, this whole issue will be non-existent.
Na tom něco je.
You can think like that because nobody you care about is augmented.
Říká kdo? Mám kamaráda. Měl jsem kamaráda, co se nechal augmentovat. Chtěl vypadat hustě a teď je mrtvé.
Not every augmented person became that way by choice.
Why are we talking about this again?
I
You are
didn't
never
ask
going
for
to change
this.
your mind. I am not getting into an AUG debate with an AUG. That is close enough, Clank. Your
Oh, that's
fumes
the
are making my
fumes
eyes
lady.
bleed.
Žádný problém.
The Restoration Act is a waste of time. It would be a non-issue.
The fumes lady.
What the hell? Get out of my face, Clank. I lost 15 friends in the organ.
Rucker is a liar.
I trust Dr. Rucker. He is a doctor.
Don't you care at all?
Sir, I am to remind you that you are not permitted any closer to Palisade property.
But they need to be stopped. The world must know what kind of people you work for.
Sir, the situation is not changing. The restraining order clearly states...
I know. The restraining order says I can stand here. Over there, I am not allowed. Here, I am allowed.
Please
Calm
follow
down,
all
Nico.
security recommendations, sir,
One
for your
day
own
people
health
will
and
know the
well-being.
truth about Simona.
Thanks to Tarvos, Palisade will continue to boast
What
a
am I
perfect
going?
security record
No
at
one
any
listens.
cost.
Judging from my actions at the bank in the main game and the DLC, your security
They
record
killed
is
my
far
wife
from purpose.
and called her a thief to cover up their lies.
What's up, buddy? Any new info?
Yes, you are back.
Nope, I guess not.
Unfortunately.
Dřív tady pár augů mělo vlastní podnik.
má podobný.
Okay, so fortunately, we have not found a shop. Apparently there will not be a shop. Which makes sense because there was no credit chips anywhere.
The Palisade Glade is a graveyard. Oshiro and Talwar are the Grim Reapers. They are ghouls.
So let's talk to this guy in the lobby. Is this him?
You and I have a mutual friend, Shadow Child. She mentioned that you might be able to help me.
I heard someone might come by, but how do I know that you are that someone? You could be anybody. Did this Shadow Child person mention a name or anything?
Yoga Baya 15, Yaga Baba 15, Baba Yaga 50. It's definitely Baba Yaga 50.
Baba Yaga 50.
That is what I was looking for. Why, yes. I see that you have an appointment this evening. Allow me to deactivate the security gate for you. It will just take a second. So,
Achievement
what is
unlocked,
your
help
Reaper
desk.
handle?
It's classified.
That is such a cool username. Classified. All right. You are good to go.
Thanks.
Classified.
Good luck, Classified. Extract the data, expose the truth.
This guy's all excited about breach mode. Alright, so I got some experience for getting him to help me. So I'm not sure what he deactivated. If he just deactivated the lasers, that's kind of pointless because I already did that. So... I can basically just waltz right in here and go down these elevators if I so desire. Or I can
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
oh shit.
Access granted.
Barely made it. 55 XPs. Yeah, the printer, that's where it landed. Oh, that's that printer that disappeared. So it didn't disappear, it just bounced in here. That's pretty funny. Actually, that is pretty funny.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
We used the nuke there. Didn't probably need to, but... So, going in here through these elevators is like the hella boring way. The interesting way is coming in through the ceiling or something. Well, there's this way as well. Behind the waterfall.
His signed into his account and sent a message telling everyone he was injured in a Rosita bombing.
I hate that the prison cannot figure out a better way to tell us exactly who died and who is in the hospital.
Did you hear? Hanslick died yesterday.
No. Casimir Hanslick?
Yeah.
But I heard he was stable.
He had surgery and something went wrong. And that was it.
Corvo. I went to school with him. He just had a kid.
I have a feeling he is not the last tragedy we will hear now.
You know, I do not think it is just the augmented terrorists. Somebody is making money off all these deaths.
Well, somebody is making money off all these deaths. But who? The Illuminati.
Used to be a beautiful city. Now what?
Let's go.
Heard something. We'll report.
Let's go. City run by criminals and scum.
Okay. So this is another way in. Okay, so this is the area that we got to earlier from the ceiling, and then we dropped down and came. Alright, so there's that vent right there. There's this door. Which doesn't really lead anywhere. And then in addition, to that, there's also this other way up here. There's that. And I already destroyed this camera.
Listen to that guy.
So going in this way seems like it'd probably be pretty interesting. Wow, look at how deep that shaft goes. Holy shit. I can go in there, which seems interesting. Or here. Which is going to take me to the exact same place, isn't it? So it's not as many ways in as I thought. It's really, because the whole side way just leads to here, the back way leads to here, both of these ways leads to here. So there's only 2 ways in. There's the front way, through the lobby, through the elevators, and there's this way right here. There's a cable duct shaft, and then on the other side... On the other side... It's over here. Oh, there's just a fucking giant-ass elevator shaft to drop down. Well, there's no unringing that bell, so let's go check this one out. Oh, this just puts me in the elevator. So this is just another way to get into the elevator. Atrium 1F. Interesting. Alright, well, riding the elevator, as we've determined, is boring, so we're gonna go for a little... Oh, not through here. So ultimately, you either have to take the elevator down, or you have to jump down the elevator shaft over here. Alright, here we go. We're going for a jump. YOLO! Oh. YOLO! Holy fuck, we're going down a long way.
Temperature readings in server chamber area are within acceptable parameters. Cooling systems.
How many floors did I just go down? A lot is the answer. Alright. So now I'm in Palisade Blade 01 elevator, it says. Wait, am I just in an elevator again?
Warning. The facility's exterior maintenance hatch is open. Routine maintenance of structure.
Oh, here we go. It will not let me out of this elevator. So is this gonna just is this just gonna take me all the way back up to the top where I was? Looks like it. So this is just an alternative to riding the elevator down. So really, no matter what you do, you're coming out the same place at the elevators. There's actually only one way into the base. Because here we are at the elevators.
Shadow Child's code appears to have worked, Pritchard. I'm inside the blade.
Good. I was worried you might get sidetracked by some random civilian in need of a hero.
I had several enticing offers, but I turned them all down just for you.
Oh, goody. According to construction records, the servers are located at the top of the blade's funicular, in numbered chambers. We'll have to figure out which one is Santos.
A place like this must have a client registry.
If so, it would be in the CEO's office. She has an executive suite on the highest level of the atrium. I suggest you look there.
The facility's exterior maintenance hatch is now closed.
So I've gotten in. Find out which server chamber holds Santos' files. According to Pritchard's intel, none of the server chambers in the Blade have names on them, only numbers. The CEO's executive suite at the top of the atrium is probably my best bet to find a registry with client names and their corresponding server numbers. Okay, so I'm going to need that. Also investigate. Also plant the figurine. So now here we are at the elevators, and we've got a lot of levels. Executive suite. Cool. There's going to be a lot of security here, I have a feeling.
Attention all Palisade employees. This is a reminder that the newly installed bays for Tarvos security robots are currently active. We would very much like to avoid a repeat of last week's incident, so we ask that you limit your movement to areas for which you have proper security clearance. Thank you, and have a pleasant evening.
So there's guards, there's a camera. I wonder where I might find a security hub. Probably Tarvos security office on the 3rd floor. That would be that floor up there. Oh, fuck.
Running diagnostics check in sector 11482. Diagnostic sequence complete.
Nothing to be found.
Oh shit! Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Slaw. Pavel Slaw Hubnik is meticulously detailed, overly cautious, and clinically depressed. A victim of the Palisade Bank Corporation's restructuring, Pavel was spared his engineering job by accepting a humiliating demotion, complete with matching anemic salary. Refusing to tuck tail and come clean to his family, Pavel instead supplements his income by working as a dark engineer, doing programming jobs for small-time criminal operations. Ah, yes. Criminals and all of their extensive programming needs.
Attention all Palisade employees. This is a reminder that the newly installed bays for Tarvos security robots are currently active. We would very much like to avoid a repeat of last week's incident, so we ask that you limit your... Thank you, and have a pleasant evening.
That's the, this guy. Let's see if we can knock him the fuck out.
Stay away from me!
I just fucked it up. Just fucked it up. Just fucked it up. Move on, buddy. Oh, look at that. Wait, why is he dead? I did a non-lethal takedown.
Air purification system is operating at normal.
Shadow Child. The enigmatic Shadow Child is a world-class ripper working to pull off the hack of the century. By exposing the Palisade Bank Corporation's fortress-like Blade servers to hackers worldwide, Shadow Child will not only position herself as the world's foremost hacker, she will also take vengeance against the man who put a bounty on all rippers, Palisade CTO and mastermind of the Blades, Masaki Oshiro. Alright, I'm kind of getting my ass kicked here. Did I just get seen? Oh, damn it. Yeah. Not good. Not good at all. This stupid janitor guy is screwing up my whole plans here. Alright. I don't understand why he was dead, either. Wow, I'm fucking up. Doesn't exactly put you in an easy situation here in the beginning of this place. There was no other way to sneak in here besides through the elevators. And once you get in here, you don't have a lot of cover. I mean, if I had cloaking, it'd be, you know, pretty easy. But I don't have cloaking, so... trying to be stealthy here with only one entrance to this big room full of nonsense is difficult.
Commencing diagnostics check. Air purification system is operating at normal capacity. Diagnostic sequence complete.
I suppose there's a bat behind these. Oh, there's a vent. Alright, now we're talking. Should lure this guy over here. Make him suspicious. So I can knock him the fuck out. Camera over there. So now I'm up on floor 2, right? Nope. Still on floor 1. Ebook in the bathroom. Alligatornaut and the Robots of Venus. This is going to be legit right here. This is going to be legit. By E. Kellen. After passing every test the space program could throw at her, and causing over a dozen international incidents in Alligatornaut and the Space Camp Sleepover, the world's favorite raunchy alligator astronaut, what? Is back for another wild space adventure. Alligatornaut and her wisecracking second-in-command, Puffy McMoose, set off on the first official exploration mission to Venus. They discover a planet filled with sexy robotic men and women who have been enslaved by a cruel king who wants to take over the Earth. It is up to Alligatornaut to put an end to this cruel master plan and bring happiness to the robot people of Venus. I would read this book. I would read this book. I would watch this movie. I would play this game. It seems really legit.
Temperature readings in server chamber area are within acceptable parameters. Cooling systems are functioning normally.
Here's the men's room. Complete with urinals. Oh, and another vent.
Running diagnostics check in sector 11759. Diagnostic sequence complete.
Doesn't look like I can do anything here, particularly.
What were we talking about again?
I don't remember. You spent so much time in the loo that I forgot.
Oh, the owner from up in engineering said something about a draft on the 3rd floor. I think it might be coming from the adjacent
Warning.
building.
The
What are you telling me
facility's
for?
exterior
You think it's a
maintenance hatch
legitimate
is open.
security risk?
Routine
File it with
maintenance
command.
of structure exterior underway.
You shouldn't. It's best you keep that sort of thing to above sea level, if you know what's good for you.
Alright, alright.
Okay.
Oh, bugger. I have to go. Again.
Knock yourself out, mate.
So is that guy actually going to go to the bathroom? He just said he has to go. I want to see if he actually goes into the bathroom.
Running diagnostics check in sector 1148.
He is. He's coming in here.
Diagnostic sequence complete.
Nice. That's cool. So I was able to get him with nobody else around watching or listening because I overheard him saying he was going to go to the bathroom. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Feels like some legit stealth shit. I bet I could just take the other dude out with a fucking trank round right now, but
Diagnostics check of hydraulics.
is there anybody watching over here? There's a bunch of dudes in this room.
Během toho rozhovoru mi přišlo, že už je nebaví pracovat pro Pipers.
Running diagnostics check. Water temperature fluctuation is within acceptable parameters.
O 10 míň než máme
Diagnostic
rozpočet.
sequence complete.
Nabídí
Going to see what that was.
Oh, I just fucked up. Apparently nobody noticed that. Now I have to take everybody out in here very carefully, because if I don't, they're just gonna lose their shit, right? I can't walk up and just... Alright, that's not good. Oh, there's a Shani Talwar, the CEO of Palisade. She's got some hair, doesn't she? Can't be bothered, they're all on Facebook. Ashani Talwar attends to her life as CEO of the Palisade Bank Corporation, author, mother of two, and wife to Masayo Shiro with assiduous attention. She is a multifaceted global celebrity, but beneath her public visage, there is a darker version of Talwar, a ruthless, manipulative monster on a relentless quest to expand her wealth and influence. Lucky for her, she has the attention of just the sort of people that can help her get what she wants. Oh wow, that's a lot of information we didn't know about her. Alright, so we're gonna deal with this situation. Oh, I've got a new thing to read here too. So we'll check all this out, continue to do our thing here in the Palisade Blade in our next episode. If you're watching the stream, I'm not stopping, but if you're watching this on YouTube, that's going to do it for this episode. So thanks for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Deus Ex Mankind Divided System Rift DLC.